Alright guys, so we're out here, we're gonna get some lessons going today, guys. So here's the game plan. We're gonna finish this damn lesson. That's what we're gonna do. I don't even know what a PE header is, but we're gonna find out.
PE header. The PE file header contains the metadata about a portable executable file. This data can help us find a lot of helpful information to help us in our analysis. We will go into detail about the PE header and the information it contains in the upcoming malware analysis module for the advanced path. However, some of the vital information found in the PE header is explained below. Imports/exports. A PE file seldom contains all the code that it needs to run on a system on its own. Most of the time, it reuses code provided by the operating system. This is done to use less space and leverage the framework the operating system has laid to perform tasks instead of reinventing the wheel. Imports are such functions that the PE file imports from outside to perform different tasks. For example, if a developer wants to query a Windows registry value, they will import the regQueryValue function provided by Microsoft instead of writing the code themselves. It is understood that this function will be present on any Windows machine on which the developer's code is going to run, so it does not need to be included in the PE file itself. Similarly, any PE file export functions are exposed to other binaries that can use that function instead of implementing it themselves. Exports are generally associated with dynamically linked libraries, DLL files, and it is not typical for a non-DLL PE file to have a lot of exports. Since most PE files use the Windows API to perform the bulk of their jobs, a PE file's imports provide us with crucial information on what that PE file will do. It becomes evident that a PE file that is importing the Internet Open function will communicate with the Internet. A URL download to file function shows that a PE file will download something from the Internet, and so on. Names of Windows APIs are generally intuitive and self-explanatory. However, we can always consult Microsoft documentation to verify the purpose of a particular Windows function.
Horrible executable. About something from there. It's communicate with the internet when you are downloading the file. Shows that PE file is downloading something from the internet. Internet open function is telling you that something's trying to communicate with the internet. Turn the light off. And you gotta wash your hands and face. Can you reach it? Alright, go wash your hands and face. Hey, come here. Open your mouth. You got candy in your mouth? Say something. No. Go wash your hands and face. No.
Sections. Another useful piece of information available in the PE file header is the information about sections in the PE file. A PE file is divided into different sections which have different purposes. Although the sections in a PE file depend on the compiler or packer used to compile or pack the binary, the following are the most commonly seen sections in a PE file. .text. This section.
What's up, Zubu? I don't know who that is. Zubu. I don't know how I did it, but I made a tough flat iron steak so tender you can almost cut with a fork for sure. I turned it and changed. Never heard of I wish people leave me alone sometimes. Jesus, so many fucking messages. Well, we'll find out. I'm studying. Alright. Oh, Zubu. Ooh, what's that shit? Ooh, or hold up, what's that shit? I wanna Google that now. What's that ooh shit? Ooh. That's that bitch.
Sorry, I don't talk in a woo voice. I don't know what you expected me to do.
Yeah, Stupid corny shit. Alright, yeah, I gotta finish this.
Another useful piece of information available in the PE file header is the information about sections in the PE file. A PE file is divided into different sections which have different purposes. Although the sections in a PE file depend on the compiler or packer used to compile or pack the binary, the following are the most commonly seen sections in a PE file. .text. This section generally contains the CPU instructions executed when the PE file is run.
Okay.
This section is marked as executable.
Right.
.data. This section contains the global variables and other global data used by the PE file.
It's the fucking new Warzone. Fuck Warzone. God damn it. Oh. There. That's why it looks weird. Who's Zubu? Did someone follow me? I don't remember. Zubu. I don't remember that. Oh, that's probably I don't remember who. Whatever.
.rsrc. This section contains resources that are used by the PE file. For example, images, icons, etc.
Resources,
Analyzing
data,
PE header using peshek utility, we can use the peshek utility present in the Remnux VM attached with the room to check the PE header.
There's one I cry. Where's my terminal? Where's PE check? Do I even have that installed? Do I have PE check? I don't look like it. I don't feel like I'm in the right folder. Jeez, the thing already crashed. Okay. Let's see. Fucking it did something. Alright, boom, boom. PE check. Wanna cry. What's the last thing I did and it worked? Oh. That's probably why. There we go. That makes more sense. That's probably why it wasn't working. That's probably why it wasn't working. Alright, let's try it again. That works, okay. Okay, I have no idea what PE check does. What is PE check with Linux? Ooh. I told you check paired. What the fuck is fast queue data? Jesus, it just always has more. It always gives you more questions than answers. Fuck. And then it's gonna tell me, oh, then this is something else. The store DNA sequencing. What the fuck are you talking about? No, at this point I'm confused. Anybody know what any of this means? Well, there's the hash values. I know that. There's the data. There's the resource. But they're just numbers. That doesn't make sense to me. Huh. 0.170. That's. I feel like that's really bad. I don't know. I feel like that's like really bad. I don't know. Get that water. Alright, so evidently this is metadata about a portable executable file. This looks nothing like metadata to me. I mean, I guess it is metadata of a. But how do you get metadata from executable file? You get metadata from an executable file. It doesn't make sense. And it's a portable executable, so it's like a USB. No, the exif tool. See, that's what I use. Is exif tool. OBJ dump. I've heard of that, but then it writes it to a file, which probably I assume if it writes it to a file, it's gonna be a file like this. LU, yeah, LU. Where the hell's LU at? Is that Lincoln University? I'm not sure. I think that's in Jeff City. Leidenwood? I've never heard of no Leidenwood. Let's Google Leidenwood. Leidenwood University. There's so many colleges in Missouri. There's so many fucking colleges. I swear, I go every town I go to in Missouri. There's a fucking college there. How much they want? 21 grand a year? Jesus Christ. Fuck, man. You can just. That's why I ain't going to college for this shit. This shit's like $12 a month, and it teaches you. Jeez, spend $200 a year, and I'm good. That's crazy. That's the average that people pay, 21 grand a year. There's a college. There's a fucking town called Fayette, and there's a college there. How many colleges are in Missouri? Like 300, I bet. 67? There's no way. Look, there's a college there. There. There's colleges everywhere. That map is not correct, because there's a college in Camden County, there's a college in Morgan County, there's a college in Miller County. See, there's that. That's not. There's a college in Cole County. What do you mean? It's trying to act like there's no college. There's a university in Cole County. It's called Lincoln University. Where is Lincoln University? In Jefferson City. What county is Jefferson City, Missouri in? Is it in it Cole County? Cole County. This map's wrong. It's not even showing the college. There's a university right there. It's trying to say you don't have. That map is wrong. I feel like there's way more than 67 colleges. Cause every small town I've been to, there's a fucking college. I don't know. What's my WPM? Well, I don't even know what the fuck is that. Let's Google that. What is what is WPM, chat? Words per minute? Oh, I don't know. Fucking in high school it was like 300 or some stupid shit. It's so easy to type words on a computer. Alright, let's finish this. Okay, so this is a portable executable metadata. I can read the file header. I understand that, and then I understand the hash, and then the text and the data and the resource. Except for when it gets to here, how is that a mathematical equation or something? Because that's not. How is that supposed to be the resource data, and it's just a number? Am I supposed to use the hexadecimals right here to figure out what these numbers mean? Is that what it's telling me? All these hexadecimals have to add up to something. And like that's a value. That's 0. That's not even a value. That's 0, 0, 0. 0.40. So this is a word. Hexadecimal to ASCII. And that's a word. Convert. That's not right. You trying to tell me it's a sun? Did I type it in wrong? That is ASCII. Is it Unicode? It's Chinese. Oh, it's totally wrong. Okay, these are hexadecimal. And it's either ASCII or it's not ASCII. How is that not ASCII? What is it then? I did not scroll the fuck down. What are these then? What value? These are not these are hexadecimal. Oh wait, no. 0.x. Hang on, that's not hexadecimal. That's motherfucking shit. What? Fuck. What is this an example of? Hexadecimal. It is hexadecimal. Using base 16. That's what I thought. It's hexadecimal. But what does it? What do I need to? You know what? I don't even care. Maybe it tell me. Maybe it won't. But I don't even fucking care. Here's all these hash values again. So these are all the datas and the hash values of each data that makes this portable executable file. Let's look up. Let's see if this is a virus. Let's see. I'm never gonna get shit done because I always. What is this hexadecimal? I bet it's never been reported. Fuck. Here's this hexadecimal. Well, this is the WannaCry. How has it not been reported? Yeah, see, it's a malware. Huh. Alright, whatever.
Here we can see information Peshek has extracted from the PE header of the WannaCry sample. We see that the sample has 4 sections, .text, .data, .data, and .rsrc and their respective entropy. Similarly,
What is entropy? The measure of randomness of data in a file is known as entropy. Entropy is very useful in identifying compressed and packed malware. Packed or compressed files usually have a high entropy. Yeah, so randomness
has also shown us the different hashes of the sample. Peshek also shows us the functions that a PE file imports. In the above terminal window, we can see the image underscore import underscore descriptor, which shows the functions it imports from the advapi32.dll link library. We will see similar descriptors for all the other link libraries whose functions are imported by the sample. We can see that Peshek shows us a lot more information than what we discussed in this task. However, discussing all that information is out of the scope of this room.
Then why the fuck's the point
We
in
will
telling me
dive
that?
into further details in the upcoming malware analysis module. We will take what we are looking for from the information we see, namely, the section information and the imports of our samples.
Of the red line. Well, let's see, because I don't remember doing it. Red line. You motherfucker. Okay. It wants to know what? It wants to know what is the entropy of the text section. 6.453919. Yep, that's right there. The sample name red line has 5 sections. Text, data, what's the 5th? Yeah, end data. Where the fuck's end data? Oh. From which DLL file does the sample name the red line import the reg open key? Where's that at? Check the image import. Check the image import descriptor in PE check. Image import descriptor. The image import descriptor. Search. I want to search. Search. You motherfucker. Search. I'm not fucking going through all that. Search. Oh, fuck. Search. There we go. Find. Image import. You motherfucker. Alright, well. Oh, it's going down instead of image import. Image import descriptor. Found it. Which DLL file does the name redline import? Check the image import descriptor of the P output. The name of the function is appended to the name of the DLL supported from. Huh? Where the fuck do I even see this DLL? Oh, all they say image import descriptor. This would be easier. Reg open key. See, I could have just searched that. Yeah, could have just done that. I didn't think about doing that. PE tree redline. Damn, it's gonna take a minute. Why'd I do that? Alright, well. PE tree. Did I do it wrong? PE dash tree. Whatever. I don't care. Clear. Was it God damn what? Oh fuck it. Pop something open. Oh, that's cool. Well, that's a lot easier. How come I don't see? Wow, if I knew what any of this meant, it'd be really useful probably. You know?
While basic static analysis provides us with useful information,
Whew. Jesus, everybody. I'm sure they do love it. Jesus. Yeah, that's what I thought. Dude, why is everybody blowing me up? Alright, back.
about a sample, most times, we need to perform additional analysis to move further in our analysis procedure. One quick and dirty way to find more clues about a malware's behavior is by performing basic dynamic analysis. Many of the properties.
Hang on. Is there an answer? Oh. I got friends.
Of a malware sample can be hidden when it's not running. However, when we perform dynamic analysis, we can lay these properties bare and learn more about the behavior of a malware
I already
sample.
fucking missed everything it said. I already lost where I was at.
While basic static analysis provides us with useful information about a sample, most times, we need to perform additional analysis to move further in our analysis procedure. One quick and dirty way to find more clues about a malware's behavior is by performing basic dynamic analysis. Many of the properties of a malware sample can be hidden when it's not running. However, when we perform dynamic analysis, we can lay these properties bare and learn more about the behavior of a malware sample.
However, we can pour dynamic and now I forgot what dynamic process when it's running in a controlled environment.
Caution. Dynamic analysis requires running live malware samples that can be destructive.
Oh shit.
It is highly recommended that you perform malware analysis in an isolated virtual machine. You can create a clean snapshot of your virtual machine before performing any malware analysis and revert it to start from a clean state again after every analysis.
Oh fuck.
Don't perform malware analysis on a live machine not purpose-built for malware analysis.
Fuck.
Introduction to sandboxes. Sandbox is a term borrowed from the military. A sandbox is a box of sand, as the name suggests, modeling the terrain where an operation has to take place, in which a military...
I wonder. I don't know why it popped in my head. But I want to know. I wonder if you can play Battlefield right now. I want to know real quick. Can I play Battlefield right now? Since I got the early access key. Was it gonna load? I want to know if it works. Is it gonna work? Work. Oh shit. Twerk. Dude. Oh, my name wasn't on there. Nope, can't play. I was wondering if you could play. Is my name on there? It is. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. That shit hard, dog. don't remember that. I don't remember. I don't remember Mouth to do something like that. Battlefield 6 thing. Ah, that's hard. Yeah. Yeah, she cute, man. Yeah, what's up, girl? Yeah, you know, I'm out here getting, you know what I mean? Out here studying and shit, you know. Ah. Yeah, what's up? Yeah. I said dun 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 dun.
Introduction to Sandboxes. Sandbox.
Sandbox, he gotta go to bed. He gotta dun 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 dun.
Is a term borrowed from the military. A sandbox is a box of sand, as the name suggests, modeling the terrain where an operation has to take place, in which a military team dry runs their scenarios to identify possible outcomes.
You act like he ain't trying to go to bed. Dun, 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 dun.
In malware analysis, a sandbox is an isolated environment mimicking the actual target environment of a malware, where an analyst runs a sample to learn more about it. Malware analysis sandboxes heavily rely on virtual machines, their ability to take snapshots and revert to a clean state when required.
Damn, I need some water.
Construction of a sandbox for malware analysis using sandboxes. The following considerations make the malware analysis effective. Virtual machine mimicking the actual target environment of the malware sample, ability to take snapshots and revert to clean state. OS monitoring software, for example, Procman, PROC Explorer, or Rakeshot,
Right.
etc. Network monitoring software, for example, Wireshark, Dump, etc.
TCP dump.
Control over the network through a dummy DNS server and web server. A mechanism to move analysis logs and malware samples in and out of the virtual machine without compromising the host. Be careful with this one. If you have a shared directory with your malware analysis VM that remains.
Whoa.
For malware analysis using sandboxes, the following considerations make the malware analysis effective. Virtual machine mimicking the actual target environment of the malware sample, ability to take snapshots and revert to clean state. OS monitoring software, for example, Procman, PROC Explorer, or Rakeshot, etc. Network monitoring software, for example, Wireshark, Dump, etc. Control over the network through a dummy DNS server and web server. A mechanism to move analysis logs and malware samples in and out of the virtual machine without compromising the host.
That's scary.
Be careful with this one. If you have a shared directory with your malware analysis VM that remains accessible when running malware, you might risk malware affecting all files in your shared directory.
That's kind of scary. See, that's what's scary right there. Be careful with this one. If you have a shared directory with your malware analysis VM that remains successful in running malware, you might risk malware affecting all files. That's what I'm saying. I don't know about that one. You know, like what?
A mechanism to move analysis logs and malware samples in and out of the virtual machine without compromising the host.
No.
Be careful with this one. If you have a shared directory with your malware analysis VM that remains accessible when running malware, you might risk malware affecting all files in your shared directory.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, if I'm scared to even run malware on a VM. Like, if I mess with malware, I got it on my shitty laptop that's not internet connected or nothing. Even on a VM, I'm scared. Like imagine running fucking a VM, running malware or ransomware on your VM, and somehow it still bypasses the VM, or you left drag and drop on, and then now your whole machine is encrypted. You're fucked. Like, I don't know about doing some of this shit. I don't agree with, you know. Alright, let's read the rest.
Open source sandboxes. Though it is good to understand what a good sandbox is made of, building a sandbox from scratch is not always necessary. One can always set up open source sandboxes. These sandboxes provide the framework for performing basic dynamic analysis and
I was not paying attention.
open source sandboxes, though it is good to understand what a good sandbox is made of. Building a sandbox from scratch is not always necessary. One can always set up open source sandboxes. These sandboxes provide the framework for performing basic dynamic analysis and are also customizable to a significant extent to help those with a more adventurous mindset.
Yes.
Cuckoo Sandbox. Cuckoo Sandbox is the most widely known sandbox in the malware analysis community. It was developed as part of a Google Summer of Code project in 2000.
What is I never heard of Cuckoo Sandbox. Cuckoo Sandbox. Cuckoo Sandbox. Cuckoo Sandbox. Sounds crazy, don't it? Come on. Why do I feel like I'm on something I shouldn't be on? What? I just Googled it. Why is it Google? I want to search it. I don't want to fucking. So I can upload almost a 10 terabyte file? Jesus. I don't know. So Cuckoo looks like they already got, so they have the GitHub repository for it where you can make it your own. It looks like they got an online version as well. And you can drag and drop your own malware into it and see. I thought it had malware on here somewhere. I don't remember what. I mean, not open, but that's pretty interesting, doesn't it? So someone even hosted their own repository while even having to host your own repository. Cuckoo Sandbox is a leading open source automated malware analysis system, so I can also install on my machine. I'm not using production. They got the repository, but they also got, it looks like someone got it online too. Come on. Huh. They got recent malware. Man, look at all this malware you just download. Look at that. What if I accidentally download it? Cool. Anyways. What is the Cuckoo Sandbox? That's the whole point of me Googling it. What is it supposed to look like? Cuckoo Sandbox. It's a... Well, it looks like I already... So it just... Oh, so when I install it, it just looks... It just hosts it. It looks just like this, but it's hosted locally. How does that work? It has to reach out somehow. Anyways, alright, I keep getting sidetracked. Let's just get back to this.
Cuckoo Sandbox. Cuckoo Sandbox is the most widely known sandbox in the malware analysis community. It was developed as part of a Google Summer of Code project in 2010. It is an open source project that you will often see deployed in SOC environments and with enthusiasts' home labs.
Enthusiasts.
Advantages of Cuckoo Sandbox include huge community support, easy to understand documentation, and lots of customizations. You can deploy it on your network and let the community signatures guide you into identifying which files are malicious and which are benign because of the vast corpus of community signatures that come with it.
Oh my god. How many times we gotta Google benign? It means not normal, right? Oh, not harmful. Why do they always fucking make it some weird word, man?
Cuckoo Sandbox has been archived, and an update is pending.
It doesn't support Python 3.
It also doesn't support Python 3, making it obsolete right now.
Huh, that's all I use is Python 3.
All is not lost because we have alternatives. Cape Sandbox. Cape Sandbox is a little more advanced version of Cuckoo Sandbox. It supports debugging and memory dumping to support the
Let's see
unpacking.
what Cape Sandbox looks like. I'll just see, why is it telling me something outdated and then, but hey, there's something newer you could use. So after you done used Cape and fucking downloaded it and it ran on your machine, look, they got the same thing. They got the online version. There's the repository, and then they got the online version. But repository is crazy. Can I install it on Linux? Is there an easy install for it? It looks like there is. Yeah, it's a Python script. How is it just a Python script? Where's the install? Python 3. I got Python 3. Install Cape itself. Blah blah blah. Yeah, as I say, I don't even need the repository. I don't need any of the files. How to update? Git. So I can just git repository. I don't, I keep getting sidetracked. Always get sidetracked. Let's finish it.
Of pack malware. We will learn more about packing and unpacking in the advanced malware analysis module.
Where's that at?
Though beginners can use the sandbox, advanced knowledge is required.
Where's the advanced malware analysis? Oh, don't tell me it's down here. I don't see the advanced malware. Did I miss it? Where's the advanced malware analysis? 2.5 gig internet and it takes forever to load anything. Jesus, look at that. They need it. Where the hell is the advanced malware analysis? I bet it's on the other one. Advanced malware analysis. I bet it's on SOC level 2. There's malware analysis. That's probably gonna be the advanced malware analysis. Advanced static analysis. Where the hell's the advanced malware analysis? I don't. It says that's next. An advanced malware analysis one. Advanced malware analysis. What module is that? I don't remember seeing that. Can't I search the module? Yeah. It's gonna be, so that's in SOC level 2. It's talking about advanced static analysis. Alright.
For making full use of it. A community version of the sandbox is available online, which can be used to test run it before installing. Cape Sandbox is so far actively developed and supports Python 3.
That's what I need.
Online sandboxes, setting up and maintaining a sandbox can be a time-consuming task. Keeping that in view, online sandboxes can be of great help. Some of the most commonly used online sandboxes are as follows. Online Cuckoo Sandbox any.run integer hybrid analysis. Though online sandboxes provide a useful utility.
Yeah, I've heard of AnyRun. There's the Cuckoo one, AnyRun. A lot of people use AnyRun. You gotta pay for it now? Well, looks like you gotta pay for it now. I thought. Okay.
Though online sandboxes provide a useful utility, it is best not to submit a sample online unless you are sure of what you are doing.
I don't.
A better approach is to search for the samples hash on the service you are using to see if someone has already submitted it.
Probably.
Let's look at hybrid analysis to see what interesting analysis it provides for our sample. Analyzing samples using hybrid analysis on its homepage, we are greeted with the following screen.
Now, do I have internet activity on this VM? I don't think I do. I don't even have an internet. I don't have a. Oh, okay. Hybrid analysis. Hybridanalysis.com is sick. I don't think I have internet. It's open up another one here. Ping google.com. That'll tell me real quick if I got internet. Nope, no internet activity on this machine at all. It's acting like it does. It don't have it, but it has the DNS. Oops. I don't have DNS. NS to look up. And it has no internet activity, but it has DNS servers cached. Yeah. Whatever. Where'd it go? It popped up. It disappeared. Where'd you go? There you are. Oh, it's got the shit blocked. Alright.
As we mentioned, we will not be submitting a sample. Instead, we will search for the hash of our sample. Therefore, we will search for the MD5 sum of the Wanakery sample from the attached VM. We will see that it is already submitted multiple times, and we can choose from the submitted results.
Oh, hang on, shut up. Well, I'm trying to search the hash. Okay, there we go. $4 a cubable. What a cry. AV detection's only 98 years. That thing, how old is WannaCry? WannaCry is so old. How old is WannaCry? That's like 5 years old by now. How is not all? It's almost 10 years ago. Jesus. It's 8 years ago. That's not 7 years ago. Ain't 2025? That's past May. Wouldn't that be 8 years ago? Alright, whatever. That's all I know. All I know is that all AVs should be detecting that by now. I mean, it's the most common ransomware there was. I mean, what was the most famous ransomware? It was WannaCry, wasn't it? I never heard any of these. I love you. I remember that. I remember that one. Everybody was getting emails. It was like, I love you. Chain email attack. Whatever. I mean, Google's useless now. Like, I'm pretty sure WannaCry was like the most famous ransomware. I mean, you just Google that. WannaCry malware. It was ransomware, wasn't it? Google is fucking useless. Google is fucking useless now. The WannaCry ransomware attack, blah blah blah, and the WannaCry ransomware is most popular ransomware. Point is, all I know is the point is WannaCry was like the most popular. It was not even popular. How many people did WannaCry affect? Whatever. It was like millions of people, I thought. 300,000 computers, from hundreds to millions to billions. Google, you're fucking useless now, man. Education, government, healthcare, blah, blah, WannaCry, 230 million, whatever. It was popular. That's all I know. It was very popular. Okay, well, we look up the MD5 of it. Regardless, it happened 8 years ago, and they all should be detected by now. Well, I'm not clicking it. Windows 11, that was a quick scan. Threat score 100, 100. WannaCry sample and matched how many detections? It was mapped to 216 damn MITRE attacks. It had a web shell, so it was persistent, and it went out. Account, damn, they even added and removed accounts. Jesus. Session cookie stealer. Modified it's common for it to modify the registry. Token theft. Stealing session cookies. Jesus, man, it did a bunch of shit. Fuck, man, people just let that shit happen. Alright, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, it's the same thing I just found. For A4C, yep. Old scan. Let's open the one submitted for Windows 7 from among these. I don't have any for Windows 7. Everything. Is it 2021? Is that it? Is it the same one? Where's that one? I want to see the exact one they're talking about. It's Windows 732, Windows 764. That says free pass. Ooh, woo, I'm not a ransomware. that was it. That's the same one. Assessment, external blah. AV detection 95. Now it's 98. CrowdStrike, 100% malicious. 100% malicious. Alright.
We will see the above interface when we click on the sample. We can see a navigation pane on the right that highlights different parts of the report. We can also see that the verdict is malicious, with a threat score of 100/100 and AV detection of 95%. Below that, we see the overview of the sample's behavior. Below that, we will see the mapping to MITRE ATT and CK techniques.
Yep.
We will see the following mapping when we click View All Details.
It reached out to a bunch. It even reached out to servers in America. It was mainly everyone in America. And it reached out to a server in New York. Mouse spam. Suricata, that's a SIEM.
Below that, we will see some indicators and context information and some static analysis information for the sample. The dynamic analysis part comes below that.
Where's this? Where's the hybrid analysis? I don't see that anywhere. Oh, found it. This is messing with the task scheduler. Went to the command prompt. It ran what command? It ran a bat file. Adding registries. Oh, it's what is recovering shit from the recycling bin? Is that what that means? It is taking shit from the recycling bin and saving it. That's crazy. Is it able to use a remote callback filter? I didn't know that was even a thing you can do. That's pretty wild. Start WannaCry exe. API calls. Jesus. Oh, there's all the languages right there. It's got all the languages. That's crazy, dude. What?
This part provides us with a lot of information about the behavior of the sample when it was run in a sandbox. We can click each process to find more detail about it. In the above screenshot, of particular interest can be the executions of command exe. We can see that the sample is running script files and deleting backups and volume shadow copies, something often done by ransomware operators to stop the victim from restoring their files from these sources.
Yep.
Below this section, we will see network analysis of the sample.
Yeah, I've seen that already. Task scheduler. So we always would keep contact with the...
Extracted strings and extracted files are also available in the report. These can provide information about the batch scripts we saw in the processes above.
Where was that at? Extracted strings. I just scroll down for a second, I'll find it. So these are all the bat scripts it's talking about. Damn. Interesting. CMD. Rewriting the registry with the task scheduler so it always will run. It's wanting to know the operating system version. It's put. That's wild. These are all bat scripts that ran. All registry files being modified. Huh. Shadow copy delete, blah blah blah. Rewrite the registry with task scheduler. Jesus.
And there are comments from the community at the very end. As we might have seen, we can find many pieces of the puzzle that a malware sample is, using the discussed techniques. However, in some cases, these techniques can prove insufficient to make a decision. Let's move to the next task to determine what scenarios can make it challenging to analyze malware.
It's challenging as it is. Check the hash of the sample red line. Here, open terminal here. MD5 some. Okay, let's go back to hybrid analysis, report search. Alright, what's it wants to know? Here. And check on the hybrid analysis report. The process tree was the first process launched when the sample was launched. Jesus. Setup installer .exe. I'll just type it. Installer.exe, setup installer.exe. In the process tree, there are two Windows utilities utilized by malware to perform its activities. What are the names of the two utilities? Utility 1 and Utility 2. CMD and PowerShell, that's what it looks like. CMD.exe and PowerShell. Oh, see them right? CMD.exe. CMD.exe set up. What? CMD and PowerShell. Which Windows executables are present in the process tree? CMD and PowerShell is all I see. PowerShell. CMD.exe. Let's go to another one. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong one, I don't know. That's what I see. Are you gonna load? Come on, man. Hybrid analysis. I don't. Each one has a different setup installer. So the CMD, I see. Kind of getting lost on that one. Man, why is this shit not loading? Modules, files, modules or files, modules or files. I don't fucking know. I see CMD and PowerShell. I'm getting confused. I don't know. EXE, and then there's something. So it's definitely CMD that's command prompt EXE. Now what's the other one? Man, I don't know. What has a fucking space in it? Nothing has a space in it. I'm lost. Legit lost. Set up. It's PowerShell. I don't know. I gotta look that up because I have no idea. And it's not command prompt and see it. That's what I thought. Oh, do I gotta type and? Mother dump. Man. That's why I was like, dude, that's the answer. I didn't know how to type fucking and. Fuck. Jesus, man. I'm like, dude, that's the fucking. It's command prompt and PowerShell. Fuck, man. That was driving me nuts. Alright, well that took me a second. Let's finish this. This is my last one. Did it give me my strength? Yeah, it did. Yeah. How do I have 2.5 gig internet and it's like this?
While the security researchers are devising techniques and tools to analyze malware, the malware authors are working on rendering these tools and techniques ineffective. We found a great deal of information in the previous tasks about the malware we analyzed. However, there are ways malware authors can make our life difficult. Below are some of the techniques used by malware authors to do the same. Hacking and obfuscation. Malware authors often use hacking and obfuscation to make an analyst's life difficult. A hacker obfuscates, compresses, or encrypts the contents of malware. These techniques make it difficult to analyze malware statically. Specifically, a hacked malware will not show important information when running a string search against it. For example, let's run a string search against the file name xmss3pin in the samples folder in the attached VM.
How do I do? I just want the top. Head? Is that what it is? Head? I just want the head of it. The head of it. Hang on. Strings, red line, head. Ain't that what I wanted? Head, no such. Okay, hang on. Head, strings, red line. Is that what? Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted. Well, that looks totally fucking weird. I don't remember it looking like that before. Okay, head, strings, line. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Strings, and it won't show the whole thing. Data, a data. Man, what's in this folder? Zoo, I'm not typing that. How do I not get the same fucking thing? I don't know. Okay, anyways, let's just read this again.
While the security researchers are devising techniques and tools to analyze malware, the malware authors are working on rendering these tools and techniques ineffective. We found a great deal of information in the previous tasks about the malware we analyzed. However, there are ways malware authors can make our life difficult. Below are some of the techniques used by malware authors to do the same. Hacking and obfuscation. Malware authors often use hacking and obfuscation to make an analyst's life difficult. A hacker obfuscates, compresses, or encrypts the contents of malware. These techniques make it difficult to analyze malware statically. Specifically, a hacked malware will not show important information when running a string search against it. For example, let's run a string search against the file name xmss3pin in the samples folder in the attached VM.
I did, but I'm not seeing the R data and the resource data and all that shit. I can't get that to pop up. Where are they seeing this at? Okay, whatever. Resource data, you know. What is that? And it just told me what that meant. I already forgot. Text. This section area contains CPU instruction executed. This section is marked as executable data. This section contains the global variables and other global data used by the portal executable. Resource, the resource I use, images, icons. That's what I thought. But I can't get that to pop up when I do it. Whatever.
We will notice that the sample contains mainly garbage strings that don't provide much value to us. Let's run pcheck on the sample to see what else we get.
There's gonna be a randomizer in it. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm assuming that's pretty high. It's almost at max randomness. What is .a data? Doesn't help me at all. this might indicate a pack executable. Well, the randomness is damn near high.
As suspected, we see that the executable has characteristics typical of a packed executable, as per pcheck. We will notice that there is no .text section in the sample, and other sections have execute permissions, which shows that these sections contain executable instructions or will be populated with executable instructions during execution.
I fucking missed it. Let's just read it again.
As suspected, we see that the executable has characteristics typical of a packed executable, as per pcheck. We will notice that there is no .text section in the sample, and other sections have execute permissions, which shows that these sections contain executable instructions or will be populated with executable instructions during execution. We will also see that the sample does not have many imports that might show us its functionality, as we saw with the previous sample. For analysis of packed executables, the first step is generally to unpack the sample. This is an advanced topic that will be covered in the upcoming rooms. Sandbox evasion, as we have seen previously, we can always run a sample in a sandbox to analyze it. In many cases, that might help us analyze samples that evade our basic static analysis techniques. However, malware authors have some tricks up their sleeves that hamper that effort. Some of these techniques are as follows: long sleep calls. Malware authors know that sandboxes run for a limited time. Therefore, sandbox evasion, as we have seen previously, we can always run a sample in a sandbox to analyze it. In many cases, that might help us analyze samples that evade our basic static analysis techniques. However, malware authors have some tricks up their sleeves that hamper that effort. Some of these techniques are as follows: long sleep calls. Malware authors know that sandboxes run for a limited time. Therefore, they program the malware not to perform any activity for a long time after execution.
Oh.
This is often accomplished through long sleep calls.
Wait a couple days.
The purpose of this technique is to time out the sandbox.
Right.
User activity detection. Some malware samples will wait for user activity before performing malicious activity. The premise of this technique is that there will be no user in a sandbox. Therefore, there will be no mouse movement or typing on the keyboard. Advanced malware also detects patterns in mouse movements that are often used in automated sandboxes. This technique is designed to bypass automated sandbox detection.
Right.
Footprinting user activity. Some malware checks for user files or activity, like if there are any files in the MS Office history or internet browsing history.
Oh, I'll know do that.
If no or little activity is found, the malware will consider the machine as a sandbox and quit.
Huh.
Detecting BMS.
Imagine you're just that boring. Imagine you're just that boring as a person, where you get malware, but it thinks you're a sandbox, so it stops.
Run on virtual machines. Virtual machines leave artifacts that can be identified by malware. For example, some drivers installed in VMS being run on VMware or VirtualBox give away the fact that the machine is a VM.
Yeah, like virtual adapters.
Malware authors often associate VMS with sandboxes and would terminate the malware if a VM is detected.
Okay.
The above list is not exhaustive but gives us an idea of what to expect when analyzing malware. In a future module dedicated to malware analysis, we will discuss these techniques and ways to detect malware that employs them.
Okay. Screen search is static analysis. Dynamic. Strings? I don't know. What the fuck's the answer? Because it didn't tell me anything about this. Non-sleep calls. Which of the techniques discussed above is used to bypass stack analysis? I don't know, dude. I don't. Hacking? Packing? Okay, I'm trying to use it packing. Yeah. Alright. We did it. We're done for today. I actually got some good learning in. I feel like kinda. So I'm on day 175 right now. Junior security engineer. Ooh. So tomorrow we're gonna do some incidents. Looks like we got all our studying done. Tomorrow we're gonna have a bunch of actual attacks, and I have to detect it. Knowledge to investigate an incident. That's gonna be interesting. Alright, well, we're done for today. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm tired. I'm gonna eat my protein shake. I just got done working out, even though I'm sexy and shit. But I'll see y'all tomorrow.